For over a century, human movement has been defined by a single mechanical process: controlled explosions. The internal combustion engine, fed by a continuous pipeline of crude oil, built the modern world. Because this system is so deeply entrenched, many assume its replacement will take generations. The common belief is that range anxiety and high sticker prices will keep oil relevant for decades to come. That timeline is based on a misunderstanding of how technology scales. While public attention remained on the limitations of early electric cars, three separate technological and economic forces have been quietly maturing in the background. These forces are now converging. Once the operating cost of electric fleets drops below the cost of fuel and maintenance for gasoline engines, the existing refueling network becomes a financial liability. This creates a tipping point where traditional infrastructure collapses far faster than anyone predicted. Viewing electric mobility as a distant prospect is a dangerous oversight. The mechanical, economic, and software foundations for a post-oil reality are already operating on the ground. The first pillar dismantled is the battery itself. Traditional liquid lithium-ion chemistry, the technology in your smartphone, has reached its physical performance ceiling. Engineers are already moving to the next phase. This diagram illustrates the successor. Unlike standard lithium-ion, solid-state battery cells replace liquid electrolytes with dense, solid materials, packing significantly more energy into the exact same physical footprint. This allows ultra-fast charging in under 10 minutes, with a completely flat thermal curve, eliminating fire risks. By matching the refueling time of gasoline and removing the risk of thermal failure, these batteries solve the psychological roadblock of range anxiety. Superior chemistry is only half the battle. The second pillar is economic scale. To see how EVs become a financial necessity, we have to look at ground zero for industrial disruption: India. Through the Atmanirbhar initiative, India is prioritizing domestic manufacturing by sourcing materials and building components within their own borders. Automakers are stripping away import premiums and matching the price of standard combustion cars today. For commercial fleets, the wait for a charge has been eliminated entirely. In e-commerce and last-mile delivery, drivers utilize localized swapping networks. They pull up, slide out a depleted module, and insert a fresh one in seconds, completely removing vehicle downtime from the equation. When you combine zero downtime with localized parts, the math is stark. Fleet operators find that electric models cut their per-kilometer operating and maintenance expenses by more than half compared to gasoline engines. Commercial operators are moving to electric because the combustion engine can no longer compete with these raw operating margins. The third pillar redefines what a vehicle actually is. Modern EVs are connected smart devices, acting as rolling software platforms that evolve through over-the-air updates and cloud diagnostics. Full self-driving software matures independently of the car's physical hardware. The vehicle's capabilities improve through code updates while it sits in a parking lot. By mapping their surroundings with lasers and sharing that geometric layout across a network, autonomous fleets learn from every mile driven. They process road hazards in milliseconds, operating with safety margins that human drivers cannot achieve. While battery chemistry and localized economics built the vehicle, artificial intelligence is what integrates the EV into a self-operating urban mobility network. The final requirement for this transition is the physical environment. Our cities are already being reconfigured to support this shift. An industrial-scale build-out of public charging stations is currently underway. These terminals are designed to deliver electricity at speeds that mirror the flow rate of a traditional fuel pump. Real estate developers are integrating these hubs into the foundations of the commercial and residential properties where people spend their time. The charging network is already being woven into the urban fabric, transitioning from a specialty service to a standard utility in the buildings where we live and work. Governments around the world are now codifying this momentum, setting aggressive decarbonization targets that make electric platforms the legal and economic standard. India has outlined specific policy mandates aimed at achieving a dominant share for EVs across its entire vehicle market by 2030. These new targets are part of a coordinated national push outlined by Union Minister Nitin Gadkari to lower fossil fuel dependence. When markets of over 1 billion people move away from oil, the global energy landscape fractures. This reduces the influence of traditional oil markets and creates a permanent shift in how energy is distributed. The chemistry is proven, the infrastructure is integrated, and the economic trap for the combustion engine is set. The post-oil era of human movement is already operating on our streets.